Hello, workmates. Welcome to Work and Talk in PH, your go to podcast for lifestyle insights, career convos, and real estate realness, where chill convos meet real life lessons because hashtag it works.
I am Des, and today we are joined by someone who's been making waves in the digital animation space, a talented animator and passionate advocate for Filipino creatives. Let us welcome Nieva. Hello,
Ah,
Nieva.
Hi, good
Welcome.
afternoon. I just want to correct you. I am not the animator per se.
Oh.
Okay, I am the one who introduced the software. Okay,
All right.
how it will affect the education in our society.
That's noted. Thank you so much, Nieva. So let's start with something simple. What first got you interested in digital animation? Was there a specific moment or inspiration that pushed you in this
Okay,
direction?
for me, it started with my children. I have two children. They are into graphics. They are into creatives. Every semester, I can see their works. So it started with my children. And then it ignited more when saw Filipinos made digital content, go viral online. So works by young creatives that told stories of culture, struggles, humor, and hope. So I realized then that digital arts gave us a global stage and more importantly, a voice.
Wow, that's nice, no? Pero ngayon po, just to follow up, nasa na po yung inyong children po? Like, are they
Okay.
also working under you or?
Yeah, they are both working and they are both freelancing. They do not need to go to office anymore. So work, they have their own projects. Actually, my daughter got married to a British um artist because of their works.
Hmm. What year did you start yung inyong company?
I am currently connected with Toon Boom Animation. It's a global standard software for animation. So I am more into the education side. I am more into the impact of the software to our society.
Oh yeah, parang I read this post po about you partnering with different schools. Is that right?
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah. I love that. It's always cool hearing, how creatives find their spark. Now looking back at your experience so far, what's it been like navigating the digital animation field? Are there any standout moments or milestones po?
Every time I can see a film and Filipinos were there. So I'm very excited and very proud that Filipino talent can thrive into global impact. That's my fuel. So every time I can see Filipinos, the more I want to partner with educators, with the education society, so that we can promote and we can have more talents, more Filipino talents.
So, it shows that you clearly love what you do, no?
Yeah.
So, aside po from the ones you mentioned, are there other reasons po why are you so passionate about this space?
I've been with the education uh, industry, at least for 15 years. And I have seen educators who are asking for more, striving for more. I have seen that the digital animation is really thriving now, especially after the pandemic. So I wanted to share to them how can we improve the curriculum, how can we improve how can we discover more talents by using different tools in the animation?
Yeah, I agree with that po. Kasi parang based on my experience, I'm currently a college student, a third year,
Uh-huh.
incoming fourth year. But
Where?
UP, Diliman po.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back when I was in high school, I think time po ng Noli Me Tangere pati ng El Filibusterismo, we have this application na parang, ano, di ba may libro po? Pero aside sa libro, somehow mas ma-encourage kami na basahin yung libro. Meron din po kaming app na pina-download sa'min. Tapos ano siya, animation siya ng story ng El Filibusterismo tsaka Noli Me Tangere. And then, I must say na it really helped na
Yeah.
to catch the attention, to catch my
Okay.
attention para ano,
Mm-mm.
encourage me na basahin pa lalo yung libro dahil sa very interesting na nangyayari dun sa
Yes.
animation.
That is
Ayan.
really the desire of the animation industry. We can capture the attention because if that will be the instructions will be through text, through children are not interested. But if they can see graphics, if they can see animation, if they can see objects, they are interested. And according to the studies, it really drives them more to study and understand the concept. Mas digestible ang mga concept kapag through graphics.
I agree so much. Oh, yeah. In addition po that, ano naman, ngayong college naman po, when I was in second year, we did the research. We actually did the research about the use of, well, not as in graphics, pero the use of different elements po. Like pictures, icons, or elements, yung mga drawings po. And based from the findings of our study, using elements apart from text alone, it actually helps people retain knowledge,
Yes.
and it helps them comprehend more the information being presented to them. So
Yes,
it's really
precisely.
nice. Yeah,
Yes.
it's really
Mm.
nice. So let's zoom out a bit. How would you describe the current state of the digital creative economy here in the Philippines?
It is still growing, but emerging. So we really need the support of the government so that we can continue to educate our Filipino youth. And we need more local support. Um, there is really a momentum. We need to, the government should listen to us. There is an opportunity for Filipino with this animation industry.
Puwede po pa-expound doon sa support na kailangan from the government?
Okay, we are now communicating with the government, with TESDA, with DepEd, with SHED, okay, that we need to include animation in the curriculum because animation storytelling is a very good avenue to express and to explain concepts, methodologies through animation and creatives. So we are lobbying all the local government units that especially test that, okay? Because we wanted the high school or the senior high school to have the employability skills. So if they can have this kind of curriculum, this kind of exposure during the high school, definitely they can have the skills for to contribute to our economy.
Just a follow-up po. Has the government been supportive po, right now about, your initiative po or like what your goal po?
Actually, yes. From the TESDA and the senior high school curriculum, there is a part that animation should be included. Okay. Now in CHED, there is also a part of it. So many universities now are offering digital animation, graphics design. So it gears toward that desire to have full impact of this kind of industry.
Alright, that's great to hear, naman po. And from your point of view, what are some of the biggest challenges and opportunities for young Filipino creatives, in this space?
The challenges, there is a need for more exposure, more funding so that the remote provinces can have the access, okay, through the software, the connectivity. So those are the challenges. And also, we are not given the chance to express ourselves. So through this avenue, through animation creative, Filipino youth can express themselves sa mental health, sa science, at yung lahat ng concepts pwede nating idaan sa creatives. And makakatulong yon sa mga Filipinos, lalong-lalo na sa mga young people ngayon. So, improving the education, improving the infrastructure, yan ang mga gusto natin. And of course, for them to be exposed to global standard softwares. So, meron naman talagang free softwares. Pero ang gusto natin kasi, before they graduate, they have been exposed to what is the skills and tools that is being used sa industry. Hindi yung paglabas nila sa school, tatanungin sila, anong mga alam mo? Alam ko lang po ganito. So why not, habang nasa school, na-expose natin sila sa ganun. So, yun ang gusto natin.
I believe na magiging really helpful po na as early as nasa school pa lang po yung mga tao, exposed na sila sa mga
Yes.
ganyang bagay. Because it's true that actually I know a lot of people who express themselves through digital arts, and I must say na based from their stories, it's something that really helped them to like
Yes.
say what the things that they want, that the things that they can't express using words alone.
Yes.
Alright. So, there's been a lot of buzz about how digital animation can really empower the youth. Why do you think this field is such an important avenue for young Filipinos today, aside from being able to express themselves po?
If you have the skills of these creatives, okay, it can create jobs to Filipinos. It can create creative hubs in the provinces. Di na sila kailangan pumunta ng Manila. Kasi meron na silang skills eh. And it can promote Filipino culture and stories. Hindi lang puro Metro Manila. Kailangan pati yung mga nasa ibang lugar na i-express din nila. And it can improve our education system through interactive and visual content. And of course, it can encourage tourism, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Hindi yung kailangan for graduate to 4-year course, kailangan may ganito ko, bago ako makatrabaho. No. After high school, they can work if they can acquire these skills and ma-develop natin yan during the senior high school, ma-develop natin yan. So, ang mindset ngayon, art is not a luxury. Art is an engine of the economy.
Wow, that's such a nice thing to hear that art is the engine of the economy. And also aside from, after high school that they can work, parang pwede rin po siyang gawing parang sideline in a way, or like they can do it
Yes.
alongside their school po.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they want to continue their college, why not? Okay,
Yeah.
if they have the opportunity. And they can also have that sideline. Para hindi lahat hinihingi sa magulang. And it can boost the ego of the Filipinos na at a young age, they can earn. So, i-encourage natin to. Hindi puro tayo hingi sa magulang. We can work on that.
Tama. As long as, we have the right skills or resources. Coming
Yes.
from that po, if a young person is just getting into this space, what kind of skills do you think they should start building early on?
Unang-una, yung discipline nila. Hindi pwedeng basta mangarap lang. So, kailangan, we have to work on it. So, kung halimbawang ito ang gusto niya, you don't need expensive gears or gadgets kaagad. You can join forums. You can join Discord servers. You can join online forums about animation para mas lalong mag-ignite yung desire mo to develop your skills.
Yeah, discipline is very necessary.
Okay.
Aside po from that, are there other skills or mindset po?
Of course, kailangan nakafocus ka. Hindi pwedeng nangungopia ka lang. Kailangan meron kang sariling identity. At meron kang sariling desire talaga na gusto mo yung art, gusto mo yung creative. Make ways. How can you develop a thinking, that discipline, that desire, and yung skill na tututunan yan. Pero kailangan madisiplina tayo na imo-motivate yung sarili mo. Hindi pwedeng tulak ka ng magulang mo. So, kailangan gawa ng paraan para ma-develop natin yung skill na yan.
A follow-up question po. What if a person wanted to start pero parang hindi niya po alam saan siya magsa-start?
Okay. TESDA is offering out-of-school youth trainings sa mga TESDA centers. Okay, para sa out-of-school youth o kaya yung mga professional na gusto naman mentor dito sa ganitong industry. Pwede kayong TESDA is offering free trainings. Okay. Meron naman para sa mga high school naman, they can inform their teachers na, "Ma'am, gusto ko itong area na 'to, itong animation." Kasi merong mga pathway sa senior high school. Yeah, you can express your desire para kailangan talaga may boses ka. Kasi kung gusto ko itong creative industry na 'to, pero wala ka namang ginagawa at hindi mo sinasabi sa iba, walang makakatulong sa'yo 'pag sinasarili. So government is really supporting us. So we are talking with TESDA, with local DepEd and CHED. So madaming paraan pag gusto.
May paraan. Tama. I agree with that statement rin po. Okay, so looking beyond the individual level, how do you think empowering the youth in the digital creative space can impact the broader Filipino community?
If we can work these Filipino talents, we can work with global studios. So they can work freelance situation. They can create content for YouTube or TikTok or Webtoons if they want, and they can join international competitions and festival. The key is training, tools, and mentorship. So if we invest in that, the sky is the limit for Filipino talent.
Sky's the limit. All right.
Yeah.
So, when we talk about identity and culture naman po, where do you see digital animation playing a role in shaping the Filipino story? Or maybe
Ay,
even our economy?
ayan. Um, ito ang hindi nagagawa minsan ng global artist. Yung develop nila yung cultural heritage. So pag ang Filipinos can create animation, storytelling, storyboarding about their Filipino culture, Filipino heritage, it can help the Filipino society to thrive into this global opportunity. So malaking bagay ito para sa mga Pilipino. And ang pinaka-point dito is not only in Metro Manila, the provinces can also have these opportunities. Kaya, at saka yung Filipino heritage natin, it's, yun ang mas magbe-benefit. So, hindi lang puro Metro Manila. Lahat magbe-benefit dito. Lalong-lalo na sa ating mga young people.
What kind of international opportunities naman are out there for Filipino animators right now?
At the moment, 2024, according to our record, 400 billion ang animation industry, 2024. And ang projection sa 2034, it will be 899 billion. So we still have 9 years to prepare our students, our young people, and even our professionals. If they want to join this industry, they can start now. And the government is really supporting us, especially TESDA. So if they will go into this industry, they can have the opportunity to have a global career. They don't need to go to Paris or to other countries just to join an animation or creative companies. They can be hired online. They can work online. So, ang magbe-benefit ito nasa malayong lugar from Manila. So, hindi nila kailangan pumunta. They can have the opportunity as Metro Manila people can have. So, ito ang global impact ng ating pandemic, no? During the pandemic, doon nalaman na, pwede pala, ang artist ko nasa France, ang aking storyteller ay nasa Philippines, ang aking magdodrawing ay nasa Canada. So, pwede pala yun. So now, Filipinos can have that opportunity na it's a global career, global preparation natin para maka-join, ma-benefit natin yung projection ng 900 billion sa 2030.
But how can local talent really compete globally? Like, are there any traits or habits po that can help Filipinos stand out?
Actually, yung ating pakikipagkapwa-tao, that is the first step. Kapag hinahanap mo, gusto ko maging artist, hanap ka ng artist. Parang siya ang mentor mo. Gusto ko maging magaling na digital drawing master. Hanap ka ng ganon. And you can find it online. Join forums. Okay. I was in Multimedia Association of Region 3 the other day. And there was a student who testified, gustong-gusto niya itong animation, digital career, gusto niya ito, pero hindi pa siya graduate. Sa sobrang gusto niya, kung ano-anong website na ang napuntahan niya, hanggang makarating siya sa Embassy of France, dito sa Philippines. And lo and behold, meron doon pa training ang animation sa France. So, ini-invite nila ang mga students. And you know what? This kid was able to go to Paris within 2 months of
Wow.
that desire. So, kararating lang niya. So, nag-testify siya na nakarating siya sa France. And naka-meet siya ng mga artists. And sabi niya, hindi ko akalain. And their teachers from, he was Gordon College, was able to supply all the help, paano siya makaka-visa. So, lahat. So, ang pinupunto ko dito, pag gusto mo, gawa ka ng paraan. Marami kang mamimit na iba na makakatulong sa iyo.
Marami talagang paraan. I also heard a story about one person who at a young age wanted to like do arts din po, but parang hindi ganun sinuportahan ng parents niya. So what he did was siya po mismo naghanap po siya ng tao na parang may background po or yung
Yes.
may kilala na dun sa arts
Mm.
field, and talagang sinabi niya na parang tinanong niya puwede bang magpa-mentor, and and
Yes.
then ano na po siya, he's a known, person po in the creatives, and yes, kapag
Oh,
gusto niya talaga, talagang marami talagang paraan.
yes.
Oo.
Thank you. Thank
Alright, so, that has been so inspiring po. To wrap up, what advice would you give to young Filipinos dreaming of a career in digital animation or even just starting out in a creative digital fields?
Okay. Be true to yourself. Kasi minsan, ito lang yung fun. Dati hobby mo lang yung mag-drawing. So be true to yourself. Hobby mo lang ba? O gusto mo talagang karirin? Dahil sa word natin, kakaririn. So if you true to yourself and you wanted to be developed, push. So, yun ang unang-una. Kailangan ikaw. Hindi yung sabi ni parent ko, meron akong ganitong skill. No. Ikaw mismo ang sabi, ito talaga yung parang gusto ko to eh. So, kailangan talaga be true to yourself and you really want to be mentored. Kasi ang creatives, hindi to basta pinanganak kang artist. Meron siguro mga taong gano'n. However, it should be developed. At nag-i-evolve yan sa mga dumadating na panahon sa atin.
Oh, yeah. Ang ganda na it can be developed. I mean, there are times kasi na yung hobbies, nagsistay lang siya as hobbies. But if that's something that we really want, and then parang pwede natin siyang i-turn sa
Yeah.
something na mas mapapakinabangan pa natin lalo.
Yes. It can
Wow.
be your future.
Yeah.
Kaya kailangan yung future pinag-iisipan. So be true to yourself. Gusto mo ba to?
Tama. So, are there other other advice or
Okay. I'd like to share with you Ambition 2040. It's a project and a goal of our government. So, mga 15 years from now. Okay. Animation, creative industry can be a very good contribution itong Ambition 2040. Ano ba yung Ambition 2040? Ang gusto sana ng ating gobyerno, magkakaroon tayo ng strongly rooted, comfortable, and secure life by 2040. So, dapat maging matatag tayo. So, Filipinos can have a good society, proud of their heritage, via animation, via creative. Pwede natin yung i-develop. We can preserve our Filipino identity. So darating ang panahon na magiging matatag tayo sa values natin. Secondly, we want a maginhawa buhay on the 2040. So kung gusto natin maginhawa buhay, hindi tayo pwede lahat maging engineer, maging doktor. So some can be creative artists, some can be anime, and malaki ang matutulong nitong industry dito sa sa goal natin sa 2040 na magkaroon ng maginhawang. And lastly, gusto natin panatag. Ano man ang mangyari sa mundo, magkaroon man ng economic shocks, okay? Magkaroon man ng hadlang sa pag-commute or whatsoever, animation skills can be our security. Kasi pwede pa rin tayong makapagtrabaho kahit nasa loob ng bahay, kahit nasa dulo ng Pilipinas. So, yung Ambition 2040, this is a very good goal. Kaya ng Pilipino yan. Kailangan lang may disiplina tayo. And kailangan lang, alam natin sa tayo. So, with animation industry, it can be a big help.
Alright. Sorry. Alright. Are there if people or young Filipinos want to start learning, are there any platforms, tools, or communities you'd like to recommend to them?
Oh, marami yan sa online. Okay. Mag-type ka lang dyan into animation. Lalabas dyan. There are free. There are my fees. Pag nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, lahat ng free. Avail of it. Oo. Para mas ma-develop pa yung kaalaman mo regarding this industry. So, hindi tayo kailangan bumili kung ano-ano yung gadget. Ha? Your starting point. Pwede yan. Okay. So, hindi natin kailangan magpabili agad ng Mac, magpabili ng kung ano-ano. Gone are those days. Pwede tayo, makakapagtiis ang Pilipino and start with what you have. Huwag tayong masyadong mabongga para maumpisahan lang itong design. And we can be developed as time goes by.
Thank you so much, Nieva. This conversation was not just insightful, it was also inspiring. You're a living proof that there's space for Filipino creatives in the digital world, and you're helping build that path for others too. To everyone listening, if you've got a passion, a pencil, or just a story in your head, don't slip on it. The digital space is growing, and yes, there's room for you. Again, I am Des, and this is Work and Talk in PH, your go-to podcast for lifestyle insights, career convos, and real estate realness, where chill convos meet real-life lessons because #it works.